Okay, I'm gonna go through the downstairs phase. First off, I want to say that I missed one thing from the first video, and that is whenever you get sent down by Dark Eclipse, you need to be DPSing the unstable matter, what it's called, the thing that covers us during the massive bang. The first two group, make sure you get it as low as possible to like 15, 10%, no lower though, so it ticks out, but 15, 10%. And the last group, the last 3, 4 who goes down, just finish it off during when you're down there. Enough of that one though, so let's start getting to phase 2 here. So as this come out, we have these ones coming out. These ones will be pre-assigned positions. Everybody should know where to go. We'll do it on a sheet. We'll try to keep the boss between these 5 markers here, because melees will be assigned here to get as many people who can still hit him during this phase. I think it's the same for all 3 of them whenever we go down. So we just DPS him and we get into our spots. Just like on Heroic. So when we go down, we have a few new mechanics here. You have these puddles spawning under people. And you have 3 orbs instead of 2. You can't see all 3 here, but there are 2 here and 1 further way back. Range pick 1, melee go into another. We will have a bit few more players in range. When you and another change to them is also when you stand in them, you're getting a stacking debuff that makes you take more damage of the unstable cores. This is something we deal with just with healing cooldowns and stuff like that. Yeah, so the other major difference here is the bombs or the traps, which are really hard to see, but you can see them. There's a tiny little black one there, yeah, everywhere. If you run into these ones instantly or try to go for the orb instantly here, I'm not sure about range 1 if you can go directly, you'll see if they are around there. You'll target the trap and it start to swirly and eventually explode, killing anyone inside it. But there is a way to deal with this mechanic. So the way this boss works is about 3, 4, 5 seconds into this phase, he will suck up all these traps and make them inactive. So what we will do is we will stay with the boss here as these puddles grow. We'll make the best we can to not stand in the actual thing is here, but even if you touch one, you can walk out of it and you're still fine. And we just DPS him there for a while. And as those almost go full, the boss will soon at this point start draining in these ones. Whenever this animation happens that you see that are drawn into him, any swirly happening at this point is mute. It doesn't work anymore. So you can go right into the swirly now. There is no danger with it. So stay, wait for them to grow, and at the absolute end move in, and whatever swirly happens at this point, you have to trust it doesn't work anymore. It also seems like range could actually walk in instantly, so it's probably closest orb to Rygdown that is the problem here. The second added mechanic, and the last mechanic of this fight, is the Dark Quasars that he has picked up. He will throw out in intervals to players. If you get this thing, you will have weak aura going BAM! And you move out with it. You cannot hit any other player with it. And whenever we cleanse one is usually here, we will tank a sign, make sure he soaks it. Any player with circle here, make sure they are not in the group. That one explodes. The tank gates over. Taunts the boss as well. And the melee group, at this point, do not gate. They just stay on the boss in DPS and go out with rings. The range group will finish off this one. If it needs any help, 1 or 2 melees can run in and help on it. And then you just DPS the bosses at this point. Make sure you get that one. Tank soak that one too. And the boss just does a Shatter Spear. And that's the whole of phase 2. Yeah. So, yeah.